Now, how a view of the past is stirring up a modern legal showdown. Conservationists around Europe are awaiting a verdict from Greece's Supreme Court, which will determine whether Athenians have the right to clearly see the Acropolis, the citadel from ancient Greek times. The case is likely to set a precedent about the skylines around all of the country's ancient monuments and may outlaw the construction of high-rise buildings. Special correspondent Malcolm Brabant reports for our Art and Culture series, Canvas.
Before the sun fully rises and reveals modern Athens, it's possible to feast on a panorama the ancients would have recognized. 2,500 years ago, they built the Parthenon temple in honor of Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war, and with it the foundations of Western civilization. This connection to a glorious past is seared into the Greek national psyche.
When I see Acropolis, I feel richer. This is the treasure of my life.
This room with a view belongs to architect Irini Frizadou.
It's a part of my identity as a Greek. Many years ago, I chose to live here, so I identify myself with this great World Heritage monument. So I have to see it, I have to feel it, I feel its energy, I feel that it is very important to see it and to identify yourself from all over around.
Frizadou had been in danger of losing the spectacular view. A large hotel was slated for the plot next to her apartment block. But the building permit was withdrawn in early May after the government acknowledged it would jeopardize the skyline around the Acropolis.
Greece, our treasure is environment and culture, and you cannot divide them. You have to look at them and to plan in responsible to our great environment and our great culture.
Frizadou just has to go to another part of her rooftop terrace to see a new 10-story building, 2 floors higher than most of the blocks near the Acropolis. This is another angle from the apartment of Maria Simitopoulou. She used to lie in bed and go to sleep with a clear view of the Parthenon, but not anymore.
For me, it's an ancient building that all the foreigners come to admire. In any case, if the view was unblocked, it would be good for all the people. It's not a nice thing to do, to destroy what we have. Greece lives off this. Tourists come and go straight there.
This is the latest hotel in the portfolio of a Greek company called Cocomat. The management team didn't take kindly to me filming the construction work.
No. You can't do it. I can call the police. Of course I can call the police.
But the confrontation came to the attention of the hotel's owner, Paul F. Morphides, and he agreed to talk to us. By chance, on our way to the interview, we caught up with him as he cycled through heavy Athenian traffic on one of his trademark wooden bicycles.
Yeah. That's it, man. I'm going to be on time, eh? What is the appointment? 3 o'clock, no?
They took a picture, like I'm taking you a picture now. I cannot see what is behind you. This is fake. And by the way, we constructed something according to the Greek law. The most modern eco building right now in Athens. The only hotel built in the last 10 years. You know why people they don't build? Because they're afraid of these people that they pretend to protect the environment. They don't.
Conservation groups across Europe are closely monitoring this case. It's quite clear that the owner of this hotel is determined to press ahead with his very expensive project. And so this case is now before Greece's highest court, the Council of State. And the judges are expected to make a ruling sometime this autumn. And it's expected also that it will set a precedent for antiquities across Greece. After 10 years of financial crisis and austerity, one of the bright spots of the Greek economy is the tourist industry, and the main attraction of all is the Acropolis. On this particular morning, the monument was seething with visitors. Greece's popularity has increased at the expense of other Mediterranean countries like Egypt, Tunisia and Turkey, whose tourist revenues have been hit by a combination of terrorism and authoritarianism. Between 2014 and 2018, the number of visitors to Greece rose by 50%, from 22 to 33 million.
You need all kinds of hotels. You need boutique hotels, you need small hotels, you need big hotels, you need everything.
The Greek government was desperate for more income to counter the financial crisis and introduced new construction laws which allowed bigger and taller buildings as long as they conformed to environmentally friendly standards. The Kokomat Group is renowned for its green credentials. This hotel is also a showcase for the wooden bicycles, which Paul F. Morphides insists are at the heart of his philosophy.
A wood, a tree, dies. We don't honor them. We burn them in Greece. We burn them. Okay? I don't. Because I believe they can see, they can listen, they can feel. I take them around the world.
The challenge to F. Morphides is being orchestrated from Plaka, the neoclassical district beneath the Acropolis and an oasis in Athens' concrete sprawl. It's the base of Lydia Karas, head of the Greek Society for the Protection of the Environment and Cultural Heritage.
The truth is, the law allowed them to go high, but it just, certain times the law allows you things which the public feeling doesn't want. And there's such a strong public feeling about this that you're surprised how this company did it.
The hotel is next to the Acropolis Museum, in the heart of a low-rise district where most of the country's leading archaeologists work. Kokomat says the archaeologists didn't object, but lawyer Andreas Papapetropoulos did. He outlines the type of victory he hopes to achieve at the Supreme Court.
We are not crazy. We're not saying they should knock down a hotel that has just been built, but to remove the top 2 floors and bring it to the appropriate height. That's what we're asking. So it's not at all a lost case.
Most people have a feeling, okay, it's the Greek identity, but it's not just Greek. We are here to look after it. It belongs to humanity.
Over the next 15 years, part of the temple will be reconstructed using original marble. So the view will be slightly different, but still spectacular. That is, if a modern building is not in the way. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Malcolm Brabant in Athens.